Salem?
It's a hologram. She can't see us.
Show some respect.
Oh dear God, what did they do to Salem? I mean, his voice was always irritating, but now he just sounds like Steve Buscemi getting his testicles smashed.
Sure. Little humor at the cat's expense.
Venison steaks all around. Where the hell's my barbecue sauce? America.
I don't care. I know I can do it. I'm sure I can. Oh, I bet buzzards snack on lizards.
Oh yes, because this is how I always talk to people. I wouldn't have it any other way. So the friendly witch kidnaps Hannah, I guess, and takes her back to her realm, which looks like a cel-shaded version of Gallowmere from Medieval, and they go back to her house where they're about to have a party. Remember, kids, if a green person approaches you with the promises of meeting monsters and sweet treats, it's okay.
Hey! You starting a party without me?
Oh crap, you can't have a party without a Fat Albert impersonator. Actually, no, it's a giant monster named Bugaboo. Hannah gets scared of him. Oh god, if we're gonna have a big stupid chase scene like this, we're gonna do it right. Ratchet can use his Groovatron to make enemies dance the most awkward dance moves I've ever seen in my entire life.
How are your dog chores coming? Did you bury any bones today?
No, Tim.
Chase any cars or cats?
Afraid not.
Did you even make a token attempt to tear up any flower beds?
Uh-uh.
And I haven't heard any senseless barking at all.
Woof?
I don't know how you can call yourself a dog, Olive.
Come on, Tim. You know I'm not for that silly stuff. I've tried to be man's best friend by being your best friend, haven't I?
Yeah, well, get with the program, Olive, and start acting like a dog.
Yeah, sure, because that's what every pet owner would complain about. Now, Rasta, you haven't been acting very cat-like lately. You haven't been trying to trip me in the halls or scratch up the furniture lately, so I want to see an improvement by tomorrow, okay? But you have been throwing up a lot on the carpet, so keep up the good work, okay? Damn it, Rasta, I said scratch the furniture, not mutilate it. But Olive does manage to win over the thugs, and they apologize. But that's not all. They sing about how they're not so bad, using the most inspiring and creative lyrics such as,
"We're not so bad. We're not so bad. We're really sweet and funny. We're not so bad. Except for that bunny. We're not so bad. We're not so bad. We're not so bad."
Yeah, we're not such a bad bunch. Throwing people off a roof is just our way of sending invitations to the Sunday barbecue.
By the way, where's Rudolph?
There's no Rudolph. It's just one of those urban legends.
My automobile! My beautiful automobile!
Automobile?
Another thing is that they constantly sing the Loco Roco song. On its own, it's not annoying, but having it loop throughout most of the game, it starts to wear out its welcome very quickly. Well, if you can't beat 'em, join 'em. Oh, Bana, Anna, Bana, Anna. That jumbo boy put some sugar up the butt, so pan fry an egg wonton. Nora cured and killed a boar bento, 'cause she's a big dumb plum. That burrow boy knew not to put sugar up the butt, so pan fry an eel rangoon. Eel raw pork in the sea, so I poked it up hard, yes, so you tilt the control to wake the yellow blob up by dropping him into the water. That's how my parents used to wake me up in the morning. And you also don't control the blob, but this little butterfly that guides it around by... farting. Okay, that happened one time. I'll never sleep till noon again! The shark informs Razor Teeth about the yellow submarine, and this gives him just enough motive to destroy it.
Did you say yellow?
Yellow.
Yellow!
Yellow, yeah.
Ah, I hate that color. I can't stand yellow. Are you sure it's yellow?
Are you sure it was yellow and not goldenrod or Egyptian sand? I take my colors very damn seriously.
I swear, if something bad happens to my friends, I'll rip every tooth out of that shark and I'll make them into the most beautiful necklace you've ever seen.
That's gotta be the friendliest threat I've ever heard.
I'll rip every tooth out of that shark and I'll make them into the most beautiful necklace you've ever seen.
After I tear his eyes from their sockets, coat them in shellac, and make them into a lovely pair of matching earrings. So everyone is excited about the new residents and they inform the king, and this is where we meet our nightmares. Like, why is that dolphin red? How did the Rockbiter's deformed baby get here? Why does this Daxter wannabe have fins? Why does this fish have a spring for a penis? What the hell am I looking at? Now, I know what we're all thinking at this point. What the hell does any of this have to do with the Titanic? Well, I'll tell you. Absolutely nothing. Meanwhile, we see the Baron, who managed to get back safely somehow after his boat drifted out to sea the last time, but his hair was gray back then and now it's colored. My god, this could only be the work of...
Just for Men takes 5 easy minutes, targets only the gray hair, and can get you to a better place.
How's the new job? Great.
Just for Men, stay in the game.
Yay! What do we get? What do we get? Cheese for everyone!
Wait! Scratch that! Cheese for no one.
The hell are you? Oh, I'm Threefa, man. I'm a friend of Francois. He let me in and told me you were working on a review. Yes, I am. Now, if you could please... leave? But despite our different opinions, Threefer, I think we can agree on one thing. Animated boobies? Animated boobies.
Louie! Baz! Look what you'll be missing if you marry that skinny cow!
This is so bad that, like, a massively long sandwich, I don't know how to begin. Hey, it's more creative than anything they've come up with. As they go to a meeting inside the media center, a flower pot falls from an upper level and... Are you ready? You're never gonna guess what's gonna happen. Are you ready? It's totally gonna take you by surprise. So unpredictable. Oh look, it hit Sean on the head. I swear, I could not make this up in my most out-of-body experience, but by getting hit on the head with a flower pot, that somehow makes Sean a fat fetishist now. I didn't touch the liquor, honestly.
Guys, check out this pen that this lady gave me. It's so cool. It's retractable.
That's nice. Would you like to bring her with you to the boardroom, sir?
Ladies,
Oh? Who are you?
Your fairy godmother.
Our godmother's a puff?
Get in the cab.
Why?
Because my superior, due in my opinion to a severe mental aberration, is under the illusion that you two cerebrally challenged capacious slatterns may be of potential investment value.
Oh! Well, that sounds alright then, doesn't it, Sam? Sounds really lovely.
Goodbye.
Remember, if a man dressed in black approaches you and tells you to get in a cab because he thinks you could be a financial interest, it's okay.
Those of you watching of a more sensitive nature may wish to turn away for this next graphic scene of horticultural violence.
So Jimmy pretty much becomes the Grinch as he goes to a pumpkin patch and smashes every pumpkin there.
Holy f***ing ass crackers!
That is so foul! Yeah! Hope they enjoy their crap-a-lantern.
Hello, awesome people who stayed after the credits. Right now, we're going to make Hannah's recipe, or better well known as, friggin' s'mores. Now pay attention, I'm only going to say this once. You could always rewind the video, but still. Here's what you're going to need. Graham crackers, chocolate bar, chocolate sauce, marshmallows, and a toothpick, okay? You got that? Good. Assuming you've made s'mores before, what you do is you take a piece of graham cracker, or rather a square of graham cracker, and put 2 Hershey chocolates on each, okay? And then you put a marshmallow on each and then use a toothpick to fish out the chocolate cells. Oh crap, I lost it. Son of a bit! And then you use the toothpick to paint features on them. And look at that. They even have little fedoras. Just like me. And then you put them in the microwave for about 30 seconds. These can be great for, say, parties or events or mad science labs, considering that they're going to be hideously deformed at the end of this. Oh god, guys, you feeling okay? Oh man, that is horrific. They've all fallen over and their heads have horribly inflated. Oh man. Well, they've all toppled off the graham cracker, but I stuck them back on with another layer. Because that's what you're, you know, supposed to do. And now, the fun part. Tastes like a friggin' s'more.
Nothing like that at the North Pole. How'd you like to deck the halls with those, huh, Art?
Ah, yes. As you can see, I've decorated my halls pretty well this year. You know, people don't come over anymore. And what kind of sound effect was that for a splash? No, seriously, how many sound effects can we put over that?
She's lip-syncing. She's not even singing.
Talk about a waste of animation. You could have just had the words not sync up with the mouth movements. Lord knows we've done it before. As it turns out, the group of terrorists that attacked the ship called themselves the Malthusians, obviously in reference to Thomas Malthus and his theory of population growth. With several armed soldiers, only one goal is set for these terrorists. Murder as many innocent people as possible. They also really hate Nirvana, apparently.
The end of righteousness is everlasting life, but the wages of sin are death. Those whose minds are not suited to a purer state of existence should perish and be condemned to mix again with their original clay. With how much truth great cities have been called the graves of mankind.
Do you have any idea what he just said? Speak the normal language, okay?
Cry, bitch!
Hi, everybody. It's me, Mickey Mouse. Say, you want to come inside my clubhouse?
Yes. I said yes!
Well, all right. Let's go.
He can't hear you.
You're telling me his reaction time was extremely delayed, but then again, I guess I would have hearing problems too if I was an 87-year-old mouse.
Oh, hi! It's you! You're just in time, and it's so good to see you. Come on in. Wait a minute. What's that smell?
Hey, you smelt it, you dealt it.
It's you!
Oh, that's a relief. For a moment there I was worried you had a gas leak or something. Oh, wait, what?
You smell so good, and I'm so curious. Tell me, did you just wake up? 'Cause you have that just woken up smell.
Hey man, I don't know who you've been sniffing lately, but I usually wake up smelling like sweat and beer. And occasionally something else.
We can't enter the buildings the people of Salem have consecrated. Save through an opening. An open door, or a window. But once inside, walls and doors hold no power over us.
What does that even mean? Was there a priest with way too much time on his hands who flung holy water at every building in town? So Gary, did he really create you in this sink?
Yep, completely by accident too.
I understand. I was an accident myself. Santa Claus is coming to town. Is that Cookies? He's coming! Well, you lasted this long, but I do have one more movie to show you. Bring it on, you fat perverted man. Actually, I identify as an elf, thank you. The next movie is the animated adaptation of Babes in Toyland. No. Can't you just leave coal in my stocking or something? Watch the damn movie! I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
You're kind of a sick man. I like it.
These are good boxes.
Shut up, will you?
Okay, this one. How come I get the small box?
With the town saved, Humpty is revived and all the toys are finished by Christmas. Santa arrives and he looks like he just got off the set from the creepiest Coca-Cola ad ever.
Hey! You better watch what you say about me, or I'm gonna wipe my big red sack across your face. You can't hide forever. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming for you. I'm making a list and I'm checking it twice. Gotta find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming for you. I see you when you're sleeping. I know when you're awake. I know if you've been bad or good, so be bad for my own sake.
Damn, look at them bazongas.
Where did you learn to talk like that?
I saw it in a video on your search history. What is a college teen threesome anyway?
I think you should open your gift, Gary. The film opens up with a panning shot of the beta footage for Life of Black Tiger, I guess. And then we meet our main character, a dog in a sweater named Pip. Okay. Apparently, Pip is so entitled that he can receive massages, pedicures, and watch kung fu movies. Wow, looks like the Japanese fighting games have really gone downhill.
Come on, let's play fetch.
Okay, this one joke actually kind of works.
You're such a good boy. I love you, Pip.
Yeah, I love you, Pip, and I hope nothing bad ever happens to you or I put you in harm's way. After they all play soccer and golf for several drawn-out minutes, trust me, it's boring, Pip then has to go to the bathroom.
What's wrong with you? I don't wish to be indelicate, but where might a gentleman of the jungle go to make a poopy-loopy?
I can only guess that half the development team collectively lost all hope in life after hearing that. So the hyenas make Pip crap into an anthill as a joke and everyone watches, and this is the one time when I'm glad that there are no sound effects. After realizing what's happening, Pip sparks an improv dance party. And no, the video wasn't having trouble loading, that's actually how it played.
Noriko.
Oh, jeez! My dear Lord, I'll never be able to unsee that.
I must inform your father that we have the chosen one.
Yes! They have found him, and they know their orders to kill him.
What? Is that how they texted each other back then?
Hey, Ian. Hey, Michael. How dare you?
Oh, we have a visitor. You have beautiful hands. Beautiful hands. No! Bring me his hands!
I was hungry for hands. Give me a break.
Carl!
My stomach was making the rumblies
Carl!
that only hands would satisfy.
What is wrong with you, Carl?
Well, I kill people and I eat hands. That's two things.
So you fight a bunch of enemies and simply get to Blooming. No real boss fight, he just shouts poorly voice-acted threats.
Ah! You just won't die! Ah! You just won't die! Can't you just die and leave me your hands? You can't hurt me! You can't hurt me! Die!
have to save this to my laughter medicine folder for the times I feel depressed.
Sanctuary was in a seedy part of town destroyed by fire 15 years ago. Since then, it has been home to those who had no place else to go. They dubbed it the Hole.
Come on, does he have to monologue about everything? It's kind of like in Alan Wake when he describes what's going on when we can clearly see it happen, but at least it makes sense because he's a writer and it adds to the atmosphere. But this is just annoying. That would be like if I was to constantly do this. I slowly descended the stairs, looking for something to drink. I approached the fridge while admiring the magnets I collected from my travels. I opened the door. I closed the door. I opened the door. I feel anger that Threeford didn't buy any milk at the store, so I settle for Juicy Juice. I drink from the bottle because I don't care, savoring its sweetness as I swallowed.
One more sucker who thinks he's got what it takes to beat Freak Teddy. Can you believe this headline? Masked Bear challenges Freak Teddy?
Lucky he's wearing a mask. That way no one will know who he is when he inevitably bites the dust.
Pancata, are you losing your marbles? What are you giving me? Who is this Jin guy?
Master Jin. See, boss, he's like my modern dance instructor.
Dance instructor?
Yeah, and my audition piece was awesome. I mean, isn't that what everyone's talking about?
You mean... You thought I...
Ugh. Stop that! Ugh, this is so cringy. Finally, we are introduced to the worst melee combat I've ever seen in gaming. Yeah, worse than Ride to Hell. Are you seeing this?
The book is called The Journey, or Al-Rila.
I heard that it took 2 years to write it.
True. The book eventually got translated into many languages, and it's available in bookstores today.
You can Google it later. Moving on. Obviously, there are no enemies in this segment. Technically. However, I found the hard way that you don't screw with this one cart here, because if you do, it makes Forrest glitch out. You know, coming from somebody who has been to Santa Monica, I'm really surprised that they don't feature the iconic pier. Maybe it was a copyright issue or they didn't have the animation budget?
Or maybe it was peer pressure.